Hello students, myself Arundhati Chandorkar. I am the course teacher for HPC course and I am also with the LP1 laboratory. In this video session, I will be explaining the parallel odd even transposition sort and its optimal solution. Before that, Institute Vision and Mission. Vision of our institute is Pune Institute of Computer Technology aspires to be the leader in higher technical education and research of international repute. Mission for that is to be the leading and most sought after institute of education and research in emerging engineering and technology disciplines that attracts, retains, and sustains gifted individuals of significant potential. Department Vision and Mission. Vision of our department is achieve academic excellence through education in computing to create intellectual manpower to explore professional, higher educational and social opportunities. Mission for that is to impart learning by educating students with conceptual knowledge and hands-on practices using modern tools, fast technologies and competency skills, thereby igniting the young minds for innovative thinking, professional expertise, and research. So let us start. Parallel odd even transposition sort, its cost optimal solution. So I am going to show you the simulation for this algorithm. The prerequisite of this video session is you should know the serial odd even transposition sort that I have covered in my first video. Uh, After that, you should know the parallel formulation of uh, odd even transposition sort. The case is P is equal to N. So P is the number of processes and N is the number of elements to be sorted. So this case I have covered in my second video. So students, I recommend you to watch these two videos prior to this video. The video links I have given in the description box of that particular video. So let us start. So I am assuming here you know the serial odd even transposition sort, and you also know the parallel formulation of odd even transposition sort with P is equal to N case. So in the second video, we have seen that even though we have formulated it in parallel, it was not the cost optimal solution in that case where P is equal to N. So we have seen with the help of some performance parameters that was not the cost optimal solution. So now in today's video session, you will see the cost optimal solution for the parallel odd even transposition sort. So let us start. Before actually starting with the simulation, one concept I will explain you. So this concept or this operation, compare and split operation, it is going to be used in that algorithm or in the simulation. So let us first see what is compare and split operation. So each process sends its block of size n by p to the other process. So in this sort, we are assuming that p is less than n. So let us say suppose number of elements n is equal to 12 and p is suppose 4 processes. So each process will have n by p, that is 12 by 4, that is 3 elements. Like this you try to understand. So this concept you will need in understanding that algorithm. So each process sends its block of size n by p to the other process. Next, each process merges the received block with its own block and retains only the appropriate half of the merged block. So in this example, process Pi retains the smaller elements and process Pj retains the larger elements. How we will see with the help of this simple diagram. So Pi and Pj, these are two processes which are involved in compare and split operation. So you can assume that Pi is having this partial sorted array and Pj is having this partial sorted array. So what will they do in compare and split operation? After this initial data distribution, they will exchange with each other the partial arrays. So that is shown in the step 2. So after the step 2, Pi is having both the partial arrays, its own plus the partial array from Pj, and Pj it is also having both the partial arrays. First its own partial array plus the partial array received from Pi. And now after this, what happens is in this compare and split operation, Pi and Pj, now Pi is having two partial arrays, Pj is having two partial arrays. So each process merges the received block with its own block elements. So after the second step, let us say Pi merges these two blocks, and again it is having the full sorted array, and in the similar manner Pj also merges the two blocks, and again it is having the full sorted array. And after that, each process will retain the appropriate half. Let us see here in the fourth step. So this is the end of compare and split operation. So at the end of compare and split operation, Pi is retaining the lower half of the elements and Pj is retaining the higher half of the elements. So this operation it is used in the parallel formulation of odd even transposition sort in this cost optimal solution. So I hope it is clear. So let us go ahead. Now I will show you the simulation. Suppose this is the array, input array, elements to be sorted. So let us, some random elements I have taken, 12, n is equal to 12. I am calling the size as n. 12 elements I have taken. Next, the first step is distribution of elements to the 4 processes. So here we are assuming P, that is the number of processes, as 4. So very first step after the input is distribute all the input elements to 4 processes, like n by P. So n is number of elements, P is number of processes. So let us see what happens. P1 is having 3 elements, P2 is having 3, like this. Equally it is distributed among all 4 processes. Now let us see what happens next. So each process sorts its elements with with local sorts. So locally each process now it will sort its elements, and all this sorting again will happen parallelly because we are doing parallel formulation. So P1 it is sorting its partial array, P2 it is sorting its partial array, like this. See. Yes, and for this local sorting, the best sequential sorting algorithm like quick sort or merge sort it is used. So here all the processes P1, P2, P3, P4 they are sorting their partial arrays locally by best sequential serial sorting algorithm. Let us say merge sort or quick sort. So now let us move ahead. So after this step, again this algorithm works in phases, odd phase followed by even phase. So as per the author, I have given the name of the textbook in the reference section also. So I am referring the algorithm by the author. So as per the author, so after this local sorting, you will get the results in P steps. So here P is 4. So we will get the results, that is the sorted array, in 4 steps, out of which P by 2 will be even, P by 2 will be odd. So how? Here P is equal to 4. So we will get the sorted array after 4 phases, out of which 2 will be even and 2 will be odd. So let us see how. See, so phase 1, that is odd phase. So how phase 1 will take place, just see. So in phase 1, compare and split operations are done by the processes labeled with odd indexes, like, so just see, I will show you. Now concentrate only on the phase 1. So I am starting with the odd phase. So here the processes with odd labels will start the compare and split operation with its immediate neighbor, like, so that I have shown here in this by these arrows. So P1 is the first process in the odd series. So P1 will do the compare and split operation with P2. Simultaneously, P3 will do the compare and split operation with P4. Why? Because P3 is the next odd process in the series. And now you know what is the compare and split operation. Just see. So here, P1, concentrate on this pair, P1 and P2. P1 is retaining the lower half of elements after compare and split, whereas P2 is retaining the higher half of the elements after the compare and split operations. So these two processes are working on these two partial arrays, locally sorted partial arrays. Same thing will be happen with P3 and P4. So I hope this odd phase is clear. So now it is followed by the even phase. So let us see what happens. Now in even phase, just see, P1 I am keeping is it as it is. Why? Because it is a odd labeled process. It will not take part in compare and split operation. Next, see students, the first even labeled process is P2. So P2 will do the compare and split operation with its neighbor, that is P3. So this is the compare and split operation. P2 will retain the lower half, P3 will retain the higher half. So next process in the even series is P4. I am keeping it as it is. Why? Because it is the last process. It will not be involved in compare and split operation. Why? Because it is not having the neighbor to do with that operation. That's why I am keeping it as it is, and just focus again on this phase 2, that is even phase. Only the two processes P2 and P3, they are involved in compare and split operations. So let us go ahead. So it will continue. So again it will be followed by odd phase. And again it will be followed by even phase. So be with me. So now at the end of P phases, that means at the end of 4 phases, we are getting the sorted array like this. You can see the sorted array. These are the results. So I hope the simulation is clear. So now let us go ahead. So now let us discuss about the time complexity of this cost optimal solution, that is parallel run time, TP. So again these steps are by the author, as per the author. So I will go through one by one. So the same thing just now we have seen in the simulation. So again it is put into the steps. So the algorithm, same algorithm we have applied in the simulation. So let us start. To obtain a cost optimal parallel formulation, we use fewer processes. So let P be the number of processes where P is less than N. I hope first step in the algorithm is clear. P is less than N. In our case, P is 4, N is 12. So let us go to the second step. Initially, uh, each process is assigned a block of n by p elements, which it sorts internally using merge sort or quick sort in n by p log n by p time. That also we have seen. So the what is the best sequential sorting complexity of merge or quick sort is n log n. So here we are sorting locally n by p elements. So the complexity, time complexity for that particular step, it is n by p log n by p only. Why? Because all the pairs, they are doing the compare and split operations in parallel. So we are getting the time complexity for that operation, compare and split operation, as n by p log n by p. The time complexity for the local sorting, not compare and split operation. The time complexity for local sorting, it is n by p log n by p. So let us go ahead. So after this, the processes execute p phases, p by 2 odd and p by 2 even, performing compare and split operations. That also we have seen in the simulation. So after 4 phases, we are getting the results. Is it? So out of 4, 2 where the even, 2 where the odd, is it? And these compare and split operations, they are happening after local sorting. So now see, at the end of these phases, the list is sorted. So during each phase, n by p comparisons are performed to merge the two blocks, and time n by p is spent in communicating. So this is very important in calculating the TP, that is the next component in TP rather. So first component is its local sequential complexity, n by p log n by p. So after that, phase wise or phase by phase compare and split operations, they are taking place. So per phase, whether it is odd, whether it is even, n by p comparisons are performed to merge two blocks, and n by p is time is spent in communicating. So all this will add in calculating the parallel runtime of the this algorithm. So TP, very important performance matrix. So TP here, break it into 3 parts. First part is local sort, that is n by p log n by p, merge sort or quick sort. Next part is component in the TP is ON, that is ON comparisons, and next is ON communication. Why ON? So per phase, we have seen per phase, whether it is odd or whether it is even, n by p comparisons we are doing in that compare and split operation. So p such a phases, that's why ON, that is comparisons and merging operation. So it takes n complexity plus whether it is odd or whether it is even phase, n by p communication time we are spending in each phase. So p such a phases, that's why n by p into p, that is n. So this complexity, third component in the complexity, that is the TP. So TP, again I will repeat, break it into 3 parts. First, the complexity, you will have to consider the complexity of local sorting. After that, ON comparisons and ON communication. So this is called as TP, that is parallel runtime, the very important performance matrix. Next, again some more performance matrices we will see, that is speed up and efficiency. For this case, P is less than N. So this formulae you should know, it is covered in the HPC theory course. So again I have written here the formulas for your reference. So speed up you calculate it as S is equal to TS by TP, and efficiency you calculate it as S by P. So by substituting the values, so you go through this formulae or you go through this solution. Speed up we are getting like this, and efficiency we are getting like this. So next, some comments. Odd even transposition sort is cost optimal when P is equal to log n. So by evaluating the performance matrices and by analysis of it, you can comment like this. So these are the references I have used. The textbook of HPC course, Introduction to Parallel Computing by Ananthagrama, and all these authors. So that is the end from my side. So how you will or how you will go for the assignment, that is parallelizing the bubble sort, that is the A3 assignment from your LP1 laboratory. A bit about that I will recommend now. So very first, you listen students, you will have to design and implement, rather design that assignment in incremental fashion. So the very first step is you should know or you should implement the serial version of odd even transposition sort. So that I have covered in my first video. Once you implement the serial version, calculate all the performance matrices like TS, TP, speed up, efficiency, and cost with respect to serial version. Second step is you implement the parallel formulation of that serial version using P is equal to N case. So that I have covered in my second video. Again, you apply the performance matrices to your implementation, and after that you implement this cost optimal solution, that is P is less than N case, and again you apply the performance matrices to it, and after that only you can analyze and write some concrete conclusion. So this is how this assignment is to be done, is to be designed and implemented in an incremental fashion. So that's all from my side. Thank you.